Alright, hello everybody, this is Demon coming back for another round of Vicky 2. So, we finishing very closely to the game's end date. We're in 38. We successfully were able to take control of the entirety of the western coast. So we own all the western states. I still find it hilarious this is still considered Japanese United States, but somehow what I would refer to as the state of Alaska in my own country. Also, I do apologize. My window is open. It's been hot the last few days. I'd rather it stay cool. So there may be unnecessary noises going in on the background. Hopefully the headset doesn't pick it up. I know I messed a long time ago sudden with OBS, so hopefully that keeps the outside noise to a minimal. Um, but nonetheless, still enjoying this game, having fun. I really would like to come back and play another round of it at some point going into the future. Who I would actually play as is, I don't honestly know. Um, I mean, the UK probably would be the one time where it'd be kind of cool to play as them. But my only reasoning for it is because who the hell are you at war? Why the hell are you at war with the Chinese? They can't even hurt you, can they? If they had a navy, they could. So they get 3 mil in sea or just that upright. I'll take the upright one. It's an upright charge. Oh yeah, I gotta still upgrade this area. You're still good. You're good. Upgrade the Manchurian side of things. I think for the most part, yeah, you guys are doing okay. I'll upgrade you nonetheless. Your forts still need upgraded. I think your forts still need upgraded. I'm actually kind of surprised the Russians haven't tried to do anything to me for a while. I figured they were still pissed off about me kicking their ass in the war. I think they just accepted the fact they cannot do anything to me in the east. But, in terms of doing different things, I am getting ready for... I'd rather lose that militancy, to be honest. I think we're getting ready for a war with the... whatchamacallits. These guys. Although I think this is all states of theirs now. Yeah, sadly enough. So we'd have to declare war on a state. Which is 5.5. 5.5. How about this? We'll hold until... Well, it's going to take a year to get to that stage, almost. I really want to go to war for that. It's just there's not enough territory there to justify the claim. I'd really like a war with Russia, but that Anglo-Franco-Saxon-Ukrainian alliance, it's got me thinking. Theoretically, we could go for more of China. But in the end, it's just not worth it. Could go after regular China. It's always an option. Let's secure the rest of the territory. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if you guys have picked it up. Somehow my Alexa thingy just sits there and goes, "Oh, the cure." Cure the rest of the territory. I never said anything to you. Why the hell are you speaking? I hate that thing sometimes. It just randomly does that. The one thing I've always despised it for is like I'll randomly like be watching a YouTube video on my phone and suddenly it just sits there and decides this is the time to connect to his device, and I'm going, what the hell? Alright, maybe that's what we can do. I really do want to secure the rest of this. I truly, truly do. But the problem is that strategically, if I'm thinking about it, it's not worth it. There's not enough to gain here. I have more reasons to go to war for, like, more of China at this point. Have we stated the ports? We have not. A big portion of my population is in that. At least 1.0 of the population bureaucrats have an accepted culture when it convert. We already did all the tech. What's China's army tech sitting at? A solid 9 of 30. We'd either go to war with China or the Yangtze clique. I'm thinking China and secure Shandong and Zhejiang. Secure the rest of the territories. At this point, I could see a release puppet, take puppet. I could take Tibet from them. Pog? What would I need to even connect to them? I need Yunnan. Yunnan would give me the territory I need to connect. Now, if I acquire a state from them, yeah, it's 5.5. Screw it. Let's get the Chinese. My army to the north should be able to do well on its own. Guys down here in the south should be fine too. Now, are these troops actually building up? They theoretically are. That's good. Okay, I was kind of worried with me building different forts. That was actually going to be a problem. So that could give me 2 territories. That's me securing Zhejiang and Shandong. So that's 2 territories we would get total control over in China. Which I could definitely see a claim on this. So, because I could see the Japanese going, we've secured our enemies to the east. Now we must prepare for the west. AKA the east being the continental North America. We've secured our treaty port, or our states to the west. Actually, I really do like having these, because I want to sit there and I want to see these like switch from Mexican to Japanese. Oh my god, Oregon went really ham into that. Washington's getting a little bit. How is the migration mode looking? Is there people coming here? I do have people coming over. Yeah, there certainly are a lot of people coming in. Why are there so many cars driving outside today? This is new for me. I'm not used to there being any cars. It's usually quiet in my neighborhood. Alright, there's the Chinese fleet. Okay, we got a singular artillery gun left. Go ahead. Upgrade Laos. Hey, Nam. I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade all the forts through here again. Actually, I haven't done this for a long time. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of cars. Why are you people all driving now? I literally start recording. It's been quiet the last hour and a half. No noise. No nothing. And then suddenly, bam! Million people outside driving. Yeah, I'm thinking this is what we aim for. We aim for our strategic territories. Open up any... Upgrade those factories yet again. We are climbing the industry ranks, though. I love that. That's actually cool. Go ahead and head over here. I'm going to build another Japanese troop. In terms of prestige, I'm assuming France is beating us militarily in that. Capital ship's 2,700. Yeah, they definitely have a large fleet. I just never see it. Its industry is in 5 digits. I don't see how anybody is supposed to keep up with the French in this. Like, they are way too powerful. Like, the only country that I could see even has a minute chance. Where's Shandong at? There she is. The only country I could see that has a minute chance of pulling off a, thing like that, and in my personal opinion, is probably Germany. And you would have to really, really push Germany into, like, going nuts in that. Yeah, they'll never attack us here, so it's fine. I'll just recall my troops from the north and send them south. Yeah, go ahead and head here. Push in, they got no supplies. What are they gonna do? Kill them all. Secure the rail lines. Push in. Yeah, they died in an instant. Secure Beijing. Push for the south. Call another set of troops. Well, no, I'm sorry, China, but I need one more state from you. Give me Zhejiang. Is that the one I said? Yeah, Zhejiang. Actually, why don't you take capital? That's 7. A lot of war score, too. I'll just take this. That is very brave of you, but also very, very stupid. Okay, that's the difference in this fight. I don't even come close to that troop count, and I am destroying them. These guys are just fighting with infantry. They don't have enough artillery to back it. Maybe the only other country I could see standing a chance is China. But they'd have to westernize. If they're not westernized, they will not stand a chance in a fight. You willing to accept peace? Nope. Head south, block all those ports. Let these guys recover, they need time. That's good. Okay, what I'd like to see happen is this, and this. For you to head south, and then you two are going to push this. Oh yeah, they're building their forces up on my border. Fall back. Push here and here. Alright. Well, if they had access through them, they had already been here, so... Willing to accept that peace? Yep. And Mia, 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 Mia. And then you guys can have to head away. 2 troops there. Yeah, I definitely need to increase the size of the army. Ooh, wait, can get... Yes. You can all stay here. No, actually, instead of keeping those reinforcements down there, why don't we call them home? Put them on the eastern side to block off the Russians. Hidden Nagasaki. Pick them up, send them up, yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5. Gobi. Perfect. Oh, I think we built too many. Wait. Did we? Said extra 3,000. Oh, there they are. So far, so good. Good, you landed the troops there. Cavalry will be done soon. I'm thinking you just sit back and watch. Did they end up building? They did build a fort or a port here. That's good. Then the north's guarded, the southern side's guarded, central region's guarded. Need 1, 2, 3, 4 armies to guard this. Our lines are thin, but we have tenacity. And will the Emperor. Yes, and then I think that's pretty good for us. What else can we hit? I don't think we have much else. I mean, I would love to secure Sri Lanka, but I can't take that risk. That's France we were at war with. They'll kick my ass. Actually, I haven't updated my fleet in a very long time. How about we do that? See how many ships we can build. Because production has increased steadily over the years. 10 new these, 10 new these, and then 40 of these. Let's see how much we can get. Let's see if we have the production to keep up. I love prestige. Okay. I'm actually really surprised I haven't had too many rebellions in terms of the island stuff. Like, the rebellions are picking up. The Mexican one is. The overall radicalism isn't that bad in most of my other territories, though. I mean, theoretically, if I wanted to, I mean, I could release them. Philippines we could release. Is there anything I can do with California? Kingdom of California. Ah, there's the first open rebellions. Ah, bitch. Alright, go ahead and send the first batch of soldiers down here to the south. Go ahead and head back north. I don't care about the rich getting pissed off. Like, that's the one thing I will say in this game that I'm surprised that I never think about too much is just piss off the rich, because what the hell are they gonna do? Yeah, but I guess if you ever reach that point, you could theoretically release people. It'd just be weird to see the Kingdom of California, and all it is just a high population of Mexican people. It just the weirdness of that population boom is just hilarious to me. Although Japanese have definitely started taking into Oregon a lot more. That's kind of cool. Also, I know for a fact somebody will take that out of context. Don't take it out of context. You're an idiot. Wow, I haven't built the naval base up here for a while either. Oh, that's what I kept forgetting to secure. I had to secure the other islands from the Mexicans. I have the Hawaiian Islands and Midway I never secured. Huh. What's my thing at? Have they stated these? They did state Midway. Did they state Hawaii? They did. Peace treaty ends in 6th February 1943, so we have a very long time before I can even, if I wanted to do anything. Portugal wants an alliance. Sure, Portugal, you're in my sphere since you theoretically have stuff over here, so I will protect you. I will fund a business venture within you. Good luck, Colin. Surprisingly enough, Spaniards never got ballsy enough to try to take their territories back. What the hell is this? Why you just own Aden? That's such a weird thing for the Ottomans just to randomly own. Hey look! The Imperial State of Iran has switched to Iran. So proud of my boys! Oh yeah, does this get renamed the Suez region? Suez region, I'm assuming Panama, the Balboa region. I just call it the Panama region. And I don't think Westphalia ever built the Kiel Canal? I don't see it. No. That one's weird. I figured they would have built that. Oh yeah, that troop got finished. 3, 4, 5. Ahsoka. 2, 3, 4. Oh man, I'm just gonna be glad when this one's over though. That's why I said I could play this for so long and then I get tired of it. And I'm starting to get to that point where, like, that's the only problem because this game gets to a certain extent where you're really playing it a lot. So you spend a very large sum of time in game. And since I've done I did 1 or 2 other Vicky 2s off screen, now I don't want to play anymore. But I do want to play Hoi though. Mainly because I want to do the, I decided that I'm going to be doing a Turkey run. So I'm going to be trying to play Turkey next. Oh no. Transport fleet. Do we have any other troops stationed nearby? No. Alright. You're going to be picking the boys up from here. They're going in. They're killing the rebellion. Okay. None here. Head here. I'm just going to put them on the ship every time and just transport them to the next location. Thank God I built forts. These actually are coming in handy right now. And it's 5 regions there, there, and there. Why are you here? Die. Yeah, as soon as I said something about those guys not getting all radically, they start getting radically. Gone. I'm just going to put them on the ships because I'm just going to keep moving them from place to place since I have that other island to get to in Guinea. Alright, good job, boys. Alright, these guys are good. Head up here, and then you guys will head back. Get ready to pick up the boys from over there, too. Who's China at war with? At war with the United States. With the United States. Well, my fleet size is definitely getting larger, so hopefully that means I get access to even more cool stuff. Or at least it increases my military presence to an extent that gets close, at least attempts to get near France's. I mean, at this point France is mobilized. Who are they at war with? Portugal, Westphalia, Ottoman Empire. War subsidies. War subsidies. We will funnel money into them. Money, 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 money. Good luck in your war, comrades. I will try to offset your economic downturn losses to the best of my ability, but we are a humble island nation. We cannot continue it forever. Good. Okay. That'll be the last of the Japanese troops I really need to guard borders. Like, in terms of guarding borders, I do have the lines held, but the problem is I have no reinforcements for any of my troops. Although I do find it really funny that the Japanese, the actual Japan name, isn't over the home islands anymore since I took so much of Southeast Asia. I will say, if there's one thing I actually do enjoy about like the newer Paradox games, like as bad as what was it that Rome game was? Is it Here to Rome? Something like that. I forget the exact name of it. Game they basically abandoned not too long after they, made the game. They definitely did try to, get into that nice middle area where it tempts. That's where it's worse at. Go in there first. You guys should easily be able to kill them. They definitely did try to like get the map style, set up to look really, really nice. And that's what I sort of like about Crusader Kings 3 a lot, is the maps actually do look rather beautiful. The only thing I have an issue with is just learning the concept of Crusader Kings 3 because it's so focused on the dynasty stuff and your king surviving. So that's the only issue I ever have with it. I gotta remember, I gotta upgrade Philippines. I'm gonna have to spend some time here and definitely upgrade the forts and stuff. Alright, you guys can just head down to Cebu. Go ahead and free the territory. Every time I see no research set, I always get confused because I'm like, oh no, no research. I forgot to research. Alright, good. You guys got that back. Go ahead and resecure this territory. Once that's all secured, I'm a happy man. Although I haven't really been playing that game. I know I said I'd try to record for it, but I lost interest in the game again. Like, I have to actually spend an entire, like, week trying to play, and with so many other games that I've been playing, I just haven't been bothered to, like, I just haven't felt the rise or need to do it. German conquest of Bohemia. Who the hell are you all at war with? You're at war with the French. I agree. Here's your money, have fun. I will grant them war subsidies in the hopes that they brutally destroy the Austrians. Oh my god. Yeah, they are blitzing. It's a blitz campaign. You can tell the guy in charge of the NSDAP is definitely doing doing God's work. Holy crap. So this South found out to be Poland in 39. You fight, you do damage, but they rock you. They only wanted Bohemia. Really? So they want this. I go for Moravia. I'd be going for... Yeah, I'd go for Moravia too if I was them. I take a lot of territory. Wow, they're actually going for weird stuff. Am I the one in charge of this peace treaty? I could puppet them. That'd be a meme. Who the hell's this? Roman Republic survives. They had to abandon Rome and head to Istria. Poor bastards. I'm just gonna let them kind of do their thing. This is kind of funny. Yeah, let them burn for a bit. Let the communists and the fascists have some fun. Can I get reparations from you? Give me reparations and I'll give you peace. Yeah, that works. Oh, it's down here. Kill them. Kill them all. Thank God the rest of the fleet's finishing. Alright, transport ships head over here. Alright. Who owns... Yeah, they're all friendly. I gotta push for that. How big is France's army now? Now it's not mobilized. Still considerably high. I'm thinking build another 10 battleships, another 10 battleships and dreadnoughts. They're happy again. You guys are happy. Iran's happy. I want to get everybody else's down over here. Eh, screw it. Do it. Increase our opinion. Nah, I don't think too many people care about them. Wow, and the British Commonwealth has regained its status as a great power. Well, who are all the great powers now? France, of course, then me, UK, Germany, Russia. Russia's weak. The United States still is considered. I find it always funny. The United States, even when it's like shrunk to nothingness, she still always becomes a great power. Like she lost to the Confederates. Like if I could see if it still controlled all this territory, because that's the minimum I'm able to get. Because I played this before, I was able to take. I think I was able to take all of this. I went to war with the Mexicans and retook most of this territory. There was only a couple states I missed. And then for the Indian Confederacy, I took all of this. So I owned everything because Britain lost its control over the Indian Confederacy. So I ended up going ham into them. Oh, good. We are modernizing it. So the rail lines are getting up to date. That's good. Modernization of China. China. Okay, that's good. Well, I think we'll just end the game out at this point. I just don't see any point going to war for anything else. Like, I did want to take all of, like, the Commonwealth and take everything to the south, but it's just, there wasn't enough reasons to. There really wasn't. It's just, it's not worth it. I don't think those battleships will all finish before... Well, they might. They could finish before endgame. But it's really what it comes down to is, like, how much you're willing to push and go for. Like, if I really want to go ballsy, I mean... like, the only country I could see you going, like, all out on is playing as France. Because you have too much stuff. And it's too well consolidated. That's the advantage I think France has in this world. And I think it's much better versus the Vicky 2 timeline of what the UK has. Like, the UK is rather large. She's got a huge empire in what we would consider the our timeline. But the advantage it holds in terms of having so much territory is it has to guard UK, Gibraltar, Malta. I don't think she has territory out here. She has her colonies in the Africa, South Africa, Atlantic Islands. I think it has a couple. It has its territory up here. It has its Caribbean islands. It has Canada. It has this territory, Newfoundland. It has India, for God's sakes. Australia, New Zealand. It's huge amounts of territory she owns. And I find it almost, it's not impossible to run, but it definitely leans towards the side of overwhelming. Especially if you don't really like controlling and dealing with all of it. That's a big ass army. Alright, you three are heading south. Alright, I built these forts up. Let's see how she holds. See, everybody? This is why you build forts. That way you never deal with this problem. That's why I built Korea up. I thought those rebellions were going to kick in a lot sooner. But I also thought about defenses against the Russians and the, whatchamacallits, Chinese. Because I never seen, I don't think I've only played the game till the end a little bit, but I've never seen a powerful China, but, you know, there's always room for improvements. China could suddenly decide it wants to be a superpower and it kicks everybody's ass. That's also why I quit building, like, anybody's army troops. I think that's why I also don't like playing as Britain, because then you have to start building troops from India, and that's what it comes down to, is like, I have this internal fear of rebellion, and then those troops are no longer loyal to me, then they come over and kick my ass. Me not want to deal with that. It's a long day. Me not want to care. Ah, they can have residency, I don't care. Let's sit there and see. We've secured that. We're getting that under our control. Alright, I'm really satisfied with this. This was a good campaign then. There's not really much else I need to do. Like, we have our spheres of influence. We have the territories that I would consider are important to China. We have the Burmese territory secured, the East Indian territory secure. Theoretically, we could have went for war and tried to secure India and Spain and kick them out of India. That's probably something I probably could have considered doing. That could have been fun. But in the end, it was kind of like it's a matter of self-destruction. It's like, how much are you willing to do it for? Alright. Maybe in a future thing I can try to get a little bit crazier. It's just, it comes down to population and just how much you're willing to deal with this. Personally, it's just a pain to deal with. That's usually the one thing that drives me nuts when playing this. It's... And most people will be like, oh, Demon, just play the game and do something unique. It's just like, okay, unique is one thing. But to be able to actually pull it off is another. Again, is the game very hard to play? No. But let's say I play in Europe. Let's say I play the Ottomans. You tell me, get ballsy. So I invade southeastern Europe against all the Balkans, push in Austria-Hungary, try to push into Germany. What will happen? This. 12.72 versus 32 million. You will have rebellions. You will have alliances build up. There's a possibility of Russia getting involved, who has a much higher pop than you. France could get involved, which has a much higher pop than you. They are nearing 91.4 million. That is the point we have reached. Read this, everybody. They have more people than bloody China. This is what I sat there and said. This is what kills me. It's this. That is what's destructive about France. She has a population and a half. Germany has a third. A third of that population. How do you expect them to fight? Not even Russia, who owns Finland, takes all this territory. The only thing that's missing in modern day or Russian equivalent is Ukraine in this section, which isn't that much, and the Baltics. Then you count this. That's all they're missing. But they own all of this China territory. China's population can't keep up. So I'm saying, The only other country with a population, like, I don't even know how to compare that. I don't think anybody's close to that population. Holy crap. No, nobody is. Nobody has 90-something million people sitting there waiting. The only country in Europe that has even a remote chance of being able to pull off even a minuscule chance of being able to beat the French would be Britain. And the only reason I can say Britain stands a remote chance is if you build the navy to a certain extent that France can't fight you. And what you do is you go after the small game. You hit Ireland, resecure it, reform Great Britain. Go for the colonies, colonize like crazy little bastards. Retake freaking India or go into North America or South America. You can push against Venezuela. You can take them out. You can hit Colombia, take them out. Ecuador, nobody will probably protect them for quite some time. And the other thing you could even go for is possibly, if you want to get real crazy, is try to get for Gibraltar. You might be able to secure against Spaniards if they're not protected by the French, which in this case of the game, they are protected fully. Like, I've looked at this, I played enough of this mod to know France is OP. She is overpowered. And that's the only thing that I think gives France a chance. But she's also designed to fight everybody, because she's holding on to a great empire. Napoleon succeeded, so of course they're going to do really well. So none of the population is dead from all the rebellions. So that gives France a huge advantage in a fight. And you can't say it's because of Yangtze, because Yangtze has 7 million. And there's not enough, there's maybe a million, not even a million people up here. Not even a million people here. And treaty ports don't matter. There's not enough of a population there to really account for much. Like Russia has, and you can't all, and you also have to take away the majority of the troops that are stationed there. So that's Japanese. Like 32%. It's 32% of the population you're getting rid of. That's the point you're at. And that's just the thing. I just don't see how anybody truly is expected to be able to fight anything here, because even Mexico's sitting at 16 million. Like, let's say you add the rest of the western portion of the United States, these 3 states, all of this, Confederate States, Indian Confederacy, maybe America stands a chance. And the only reason I don't give America a remote chance of being able to pull it off is because it has the same advantage that Britain has, island. And I think that's really what it will come down to, is island games. Because it's not like I don't think about this stuff. Like, I do kind of want to have fun and screw around a bit more in it, but ballsy moves require ballsy plays, and sometimes doing it isn't worth it. Okay, did I at least 2750? I've caught up a little bit. I'm about 700 points away. They usually keep their fleet divided instead of one super fleet, so they probably have most of their fleet doing other things. That doesn't include cruisers, I think, too. I don't think cruisers get added to that. So theoretically, I probably have a bigger fleet than the French. But yeah, that's really what I see it coming down to. It really does come down to the fact you have to be ready for pretty much any maneuvers, and I don't want to die. Otherwise, that's the only other 2 countries I could see if you want to compete against France. I think I did try playing Prussia before, but eventually France just declared war on me, and there was nothing I could do. You had to play it really weird. You had to basically hope the Polish die so that you could secure your old Prussian territory, at least Danzig back. I think they don't have. Then you have to become a great power, start influencing people, get the right connections into it. I'm thinking if Westphalia and Germany both united, they'd have 13.23. They'd have about 47 million people in their population, but that's about half of France. You'd have to play defensively and just use defensive troops. That's how I would see it. You honestly would. You would have to play a defensive war. You'd have to hold this entire line with base defensive industry. You couldn't build anything else. Defensive infantry, defensive artillery. I usually just do the base stuff. It's probably smarter to build these troops. I just don't care. Yeah, it probably is better to use these. I've been chatting out with just crap. That's funny. Guess it really would make sense to have used these. These are more powerful, but I'm doing well with the weak stuff. That's funny. It's probably somebody screaming me into things. Like, Demon, you should use the offensive industry. Look at the stats. Look at the stats. They're so much better. It's like, yeah, I see that now. I just didn't care about any of this. I always just build base stuff. What's the difference in terms of supply? But I have higher discipline. And more maneuver. How about speed? Speed different? Yeah, they go 8. Yeah, they go 8 too. 10. Yeah, maybe I should start building these things. I didn't care enough to look at those stats. I always just built the base stuff because I just don't care. Sadly enough, that's saying a lot. Imagine if I actually did build those then. I'd probably have much better troops, but again, it comes down to the fact that I deleted the one artillery gun, and that was what the Chinese had. That tells you the French build it too, and if the French are building it, what chance do you have? So I say, that's really what it comes down to. Unless you research that stuff early, and you had access to a huge swath of troops you could build. Then you could probably fight France early war. Because you also got to remember they own much higher territories. They have India. India, I think, is playing a huge part in that population. If I had to take a lucky guess, I'd be willing to say at least... It's a high pop area. I mean, there was 1 million there, 5 million. You're saying probably about, if I had to do an estimate, 7 to 10 million. If I'm pushing it. I'd say about 7 million. There's probably about 7 million in that population in India. Africa really doesn't matter. None of that matters. Yeah, I guess Madagascar counts to an extent, but the population ain't that high though. It's a couple. That's probably like an extra 1 million or so. I don't care about the middle class. I can all go fascist. Look at my economy. Oh yeah, I built the new fleet, so that's probably really hampering the economy. 167 ships. The Chad ships. Look at the Chad fleet. So proud of my boys. Why do the Confederates keep wanting the damn alliance? I don't want it. Leave me alone. But yeah, I definitely, I also considered playing the Indian Confederacy, but that was until I learned that they start out as uncivilized. Personal opinion, in terms of being able to play the game, I could definitely see being the only uncivilized nation in the continent of North America as being hugely disadvantaged. You would get your ass kicked because not only do you not have... yeah, that's fine. Not only would you not be able to actually fight anybody to gain additional research points, but your population is rather not that high. So you'd have to basically get very lucky on some dice rolls and hope that your population, while the United States is fighting the Confederates, to take states from them. And then get very lucky in terms of being able to core it. And that's what it comes down to. You probably will not survive. That's why I said, if you play the United States, you can pretty much kill the Confederacy as long as Britain's not protecting them. I care less. But, overall, enjoy this mod. We'll come back to it again. I'll try to see who I can play as next. I might do a UK or a US run. The US run definitely has a chance of failure thanks to the French. The K run, again, has a chance because of failure with the French. But we'll see. I don't really want to deal with Germany. I really, really don't want to mess with Germany. Um, Another thing I could theoretically do is I could try playing the East India Company, or the East Indian Company, and trying to take over India. That could be another fun thing. But since I already played in the East, I'd probably rather play either in Europe or North America. When I will come to it, I don't know. But again, you got to remember this game takes place from 36 all the way to 51. So it's a much extended game because it gets an additional 15 years added to it, which I do enjoy. The 15 years are a very nice thing to have because it extends the life of the game, even though there's no new tech, which is sad. I wish we could get, since the last tech you get access to is in 1919, you could theoretically get all the tech done before 36. Um, I don't think there's a possibility of finish. Like, I guess you kind of got to have it like that. You can't really add an additional one. Because I would sit there and say it'd be kind of cool to have like one more line of tech. But the problem is you're running into that gray area, which is it'd be cool. However, there's a chance nobody would ever finish the tech, and I could definitely see that argument made. Um, but again, I think we got more this time around than we did as the vanilla Japan. Because I think we did get Manchuria. I do remember getting. I think we got Sakhalin and the Kurils. I don't remember if we got Vladivostok. Um, I don't remember if we got too much Chinese territory. I definitely don't remember. I don't think we secured perfectly all this. Um, but we definitely did get a lot. We definitely didn't get Alaska. And we definitely didn't get the Western United States. We didn't get Hawaii. We didn't get any of that. The United States was too strong. So that's probably what we'll do next. So if I do come back to Vicky 2, expect UK or a US run. I'm kind of leaning to a UK run. I think it'd be more fun. US run, while it could be fun, I definitely see its limitations because I'd be getting my ass kicked probably a fair bit. Because you have to play it very smart and not piss off too many people. So that's really what it will come down to. So with that, please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. We come back, everybody. The possibility is Mass Effect 2 could still be going on, or I'm playing Hoi 4 doing the Turkey run. We'll see. So I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.